Your hands are sweating. Your heart is racing. You're about to speak in front of people and your body is screaming at you to run. But here's the question nobody's asking. Were you born this way, or did something make you this way? Today, we're diving into the science behind glossophobia, the fear of public speaking, and the answer might surprise you. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you've ever felt that paralyzing fear before giving a presentation, you're definitely not alone. Studies show that up to 75% of people experience some level of anxiety about public speaking. But is this fear hardwired into your DNA, or is it something you picked up along the way? Let's break down what the research actually tells us. First, let's talk genetics. And yes, there is a genetic component to public speaking anxiety, but probably not in the way you think. Here's what scientists have found. You're not born with a public speaking fear gene. That doesn't exist. But you can inherit a temperament that makes you more prone to anxiety in general. Research shows that about 30 to 40% of your baseline anxiety levels come from genetic factors. If your parents struggled with social anxiety or had a more reactive nervous system, you might have inherited a similar predisposition. Think of it like this. Some people are born with a more sensitive alarm system. Their fight or flight response activates more easily. This doesn't mean they're destined to fear public speaking, but it means their body might react more strongly to perceived threats, and standing in front of a crowd definitely triggers that alarm for many people. Studies on twins have been particularly revealing here. Identical twins, who share 100% of their DNA, show more similar levels of social anxiety than fraternal twins, who only share 50%. This suggests genetics play a role, but here's the kicker: even identical twins don't have identical anxiety levels. Which brings us to the other half of the equation. If genetics load the gun, environment pulls the trigger. The majority of your fear of public speaking, roughly 60 to 70%, comes from your experiences and environment. Let me give you some examples. Childhood experiences matter hugely. Did you forget your lines in the school play? Were you laughed at when you gave a wrong answer in class? Did a teacher embarrass you in front of your peers? These moments can create lasting associations between speaking publicly and feeling humiliated or rejected. Cultural factors play a role too. If you grew up in an environment where children were expected to be quiet, where speaking up was discouraged, or where mistakes were heavily criticized, you're more likely to develop speaking anxiety as an adult. Lack of exposure is another big one. If you never had opportunities to practice speaking in front of groups when you were young, your brain never learned that it's safe. You never built up that tolerance. It's like someone who's never been in a pool being afraid of water. Without positive experiences to counter the fear, it just grows. And here's something fascinating. Even if you have a genetic predisposition to anxiety, repeated positive experiences with public speaking can actually rewire your brain. Neuroplasticity means your brain can form new neural pathways that associate public speaking with success rather than danger. The opposite is also true. Someone with zero genetic predisposition can develop severe public speaking anxiety if they have a traumatic enough experience. So here's where it gets really interesting. Nature and nurture don't just add together, they interact. Let's say you're born with that sensitive alarm system I mentioned earlier. If you grow up in a supportive environment where you're gradually exposed to public speaking, where mistakes are normalized, and where you get positive reinforcement, you might never develop significant speaking anxiety. Your genetic predisposition gets overridden by your environment. But if that same person grows up in a harsh or critical environment, or has a traumatic speaking experience, their genetic sensitivity amplifies the impact. They might develop more severe anxiety than someone without that predisposition who had the same experience. This is actually good news because it means you're not a prisoner of your DNA. Yes, some people have to work harder to overcome speaking anxiety because of their genetic makeup, but it's absolutely possible. The research is clear on this. Exposure therapy works. Cognitive behavioral therapy works. Practice works. Skills training works. People who were once terrified of public speaking can become confident, engaging speakers with the right approach and enough practice. So, what does all this mean for you? Stop asking whether your fear is genetic or environmental. That's the wrong question. The right question is, what am I going to do about it? If you have a genetic predisposition to anxiety, you need to be more intentional about exposing yourself to speaking situations gradually and building up your tolerance. You might need to manage your nervous system more actively through breathing techniques, physical exercise, or other anxiety management strategies. If your fear is primarily environmental, maybe from past negative experiences, then you need to create new, positive experiences that override those old associations. You need repetition and small wins that teach your brain there's nothing to fear. For most of you, it's probably both. And that's fine. What matters is that fear of public speaking is not a life sentence. It's a challenge you can overcome with understanding, practice, and the right strategies. Speaking of strategies, if you struggle with organizing your thoughts when you speak, if you tend to ramble or lose your train of thought under pressure, I've created a free PDF guide called How to Stop Rambling When You Speak. It includes my proven template to structure any speech, presentation, or conversation so you never get lost again. The link is in the description below. And if you're serious about transforming your speaking skills completely, check out my book and toolkit, How to Speak with Confidence and Clearly in Public. It covers everything from managing nervous energy to advanced techniques used by professional speakers. That link is also in the description. Whether your fear is genetic, environmental, or both, you have the power to change your relationship with public speaking. Start today. If you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more content on communication skills and confidence building. Drop a comment below and let me know, do you think your speaking anxiety comes more from nature or nurture? I'd love to hear your story. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.